Now, let's look at what this passage is telling us. So the disciples asked, when and how will we know when the age is coming? And then Jesus goes on to tell us that for many will come in my name, claiming I am the Messiah, and will deceive many. Now, this passage is telling us that many will claim that they are God and the Alpha and the Omega, and many will be fooled by them. That is why it is us as Christians, it is important for us to keep our eye out for these type of people. And then it says, nations will rise against nations and kingdoms against kingdom, which is already happening among us. Don't you see what's going on with Israel, Ukraine? There's a lot of things happening. And kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. Don't you see all these natural disasters? Remember the flood in Texas? Remember that hurricane? There's a lot of things happening. And all these are the beginning of birth pains. So this is telling us that when we see these things, then we'll know that it's the beginning of our suffering. Then you will be handed over to be persecuted and put to death, and you will be hated by all nations because of me. At that time, many will turn away from their faith and will betray and hate each other, and many false prophets will appear and deceive people. This part is telling us that many will fall to faith, whether it's by persecution, or maybe it was because they betrayed others, and maybe it was because of false prophets. So we need to stay strong in our faith. Because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will grow cold, but the ones who stand firm to the end will be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come. This passage is telling us that because of this, like, a lot of people will stop loving each other, especially God. So then it's saying thus that the ones who still keep on their promise with God will be saved. And then it says that the gospel will be preached the entire world before the end is here, which means everyone will have a chance to turn to God before the end has come. So when you see standing in the holy place the abomination that causes desolation spoken through the prophet of Daniel, let the reader understand. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let no one on the housetop go down to take anything out of their house. Let no one in the field go back to take their cloak. How dreadful it will be for those days for pregnant women and nursing mothers. So this is telling us that the abomination that causes desolation, which is Antichrist, will make a lot of people in Judah feel scared and flee. And then a lot of people will be scared to do even the simplest of things, like grab their cloak and grab their belongings. And it says that it will be hard for nursing mothers and to be mothers. For they will have great distress unequaled from the beginning of the world until now, and never to be equaled again. If those days had not been cut short, no one will survive. But for the sake of those elect, those days will be shortened. At this time, if anyone says to you, "Look, he is Messiah," or "There he is," do not believe it. For false messiahs and false prophets will appear and perform great signs and wonders to deceive and possible even the elect. Now the elect are the people that are saved. So if you are deceived by these people, that verse is talking about you. So please don't believe anyone that claims that they're Messiah, because we will all know when the true Messiah will come. And it says, if those days have not been cut short, no one survived. So that's why So if God never came, no one will survive at all. So that's why he came when he will come when he will. So if anyone here he is in the inner rooms, do not believe it. For as lightning that comes down from the east is even visible than the west, so will be the coming of the Son of Man. Whereas the carcass there the vultures will gather. So the coming of the Son of Man will happen when like it will come. So the second coming will come as a grand thing, because it says as lightning come from the east is visible even in the west. It's talking about when if a lightning strike is visible in one area, it's visible in a far area. The sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. The stars will fall from the sky, and the heavenly bodies will be shaken. Then will appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then all the peoples of the earth will mourn when they see the Son of Man coming down on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he will send his angels with a loud trumpet call, and they will gather his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heavens to the other. Now this part is telling, so when it says the sun will be darkened and the moon will not give its light, and the stars will fall from the sky, and the heavenly bodies will be shaken. That is telling us that the characteristics on what it's going to be like during the time when the Son of Man will come. Then will appear. Now learn this lesson from the fig tree. As soon as its twig gets tender and its leaves come out, you know that summer is near. Even so, when you see all these things, you know that it is near, right as at the door. Truly, I tell you, this generation will certainly not pass away until all these things have happened. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away. Now, this is telling us that with the comparison of a fig tree, when you see the twigs fall away, that's saying when you see the things that Jesus described happen, you know that the summer is near. That's saying you know that the end is near. And then now, let's talk about 36. But about the day or hour, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. As it was in the days of Noah, so will be at the coming of the Son of Man. For in the days before the flood, people were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, up to the day Noah entered the ark. And they knew nothing about what will happen until the flood came and took them all away. That is how it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. 2 men will be in the field, one taken and the other left. 2 women will be grinding with a handmill, one will be taken and the other left. Now this is saying how unknown the day and the hour is. So it is saying that not even Jesus knows when the day or the hour is, because it says, but about that day or hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven nor the Son. Jesus is the Son, so only God knows. As it was in the day for Noah, so will be the coming of man. So no one knew that the flood was going to happen until the flood did happen, and then everyone died except for Noah and the people in the ark. And then it says that is how the coming of the Son of Men will be. 2 men will be in the field, one will be taken, one will be left. 2 women will be grinding with a hammer, one will be taken, the other left. That is saying that some people will be taken up to heaven, and some people will be left to be with God's judgment. Therefore keep watch, because you do not know on what day your Lord will come. But understand this, if the owner of the house had not known at what time of night the thief will be coming, he would have kept watch, and he would have not let the house be broken into. So you also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him. So that is saying that if you didn't know when the thief if you known what time the thief will be coming, then he would have kept watch. so he would have being ready for him. But we do not know when the Son of Man is coming, which means we should be ready for him at all time, because he is going to come. Who then is the faithful and wise servant, whom the master has put in charge of the servants and in his household to give them their food at the proper time? It would be good for the servant whose master finds him doing so when he returns. Truly, I tell you, he will put him in charge of all his possessions. But I suppose the servant is wicked and says to himself, my master is staying away a long time, and then he begins to beat his fellow servants and to eat and drink with the drunkards. The master of that servant will come on a day where he does not expect him, at an hour he is not aware of. He will cut him to pieces and assign the place with the hypocrites. There will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Now this analogy is comparing to how the day will be, the day of judgment will be. So when Jesus leaves the earth, people will be evil to each other, and they will do evil things to each other. But then after, when God comes, then he will be beaten, and he will be experiencing all the things that he done to other people. So that is Matthew 24. If you enjoyed the video, you can leave a like or subscribe, and if not, it's okay. And remember, Jesus loves you.